guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to make a platformer, okay? On this video, I will be teaching you the basics of making a platformer and also how to change levels on platformer, okay? Let's get started. So if you want to make a platformer, you have to make a level, okay? So I'm just going to make a level. I'm just gonna delete this sprite, this costume. Going to delete the cat. So we're going to make a simple level, okay? The color that I'm going to use is green. It's going to be a rectangle. Let's make a rectangle on the wall like this, okay? And then I'm gonna make it darker to make it more like a grass, like that. And then I'm going to copy this. I'm going to rotate it so it will make the ground like that. Okay, after that I'm just gonna make a new rectangle, okay? It is not perfect. Okay, that's much better. Now I'm going to, this is just level 1, okay? So rename the costume into level 1. And I'm going to rename the sprite into levels, okay? Now I'm going to make the backdrop. Go to the backdrop and we are going to draw a blue sky, okay? The color is going to be 50. Make a rectangle, make sure it fills the whole box like that, okay? Go back to the level sprite. Now we'll add a when green flag is clicked block over here. So when green flag is clicked, it will go to X0 and Y0. Also, it will switch costume to level 1. Click on the green flag and that works. Now we are going to make the player. I'm going to draw a new sprite, rename it into player. So for the player, I'm going to make a square, simple red square. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to make a square and it's going to be red. I'm going to make a giant box like that. And then I'm gonna add another white box inside it. We're going to make the eye. The decorations doesn't actually matter, but I'm just gonna add some decoration, okay? Copy and paste and put it over here. Like that. Okay, now zoom back. Select all the sprite, all the costume, make it bigger and put it here. So as you can see, the eye is pointing in the right direction. So and then duplicate this code. It's going to be left. Now we just need to make it point into the left direction. Just select all the costume and then flip horizontal, and there we go. So go to the code tab and add a when green flag is clicked block. When green flag is clicked, just make sure you reset the size. I'm going to reset the size into 50, okay? Or maybe 40. Yes, that's much better. Put it here. Okay, go to X negative 149 and Y negative 25. Like that. And then it will switch costume to right. Switch costume to right. Now make a new variable. I'm just gonna delete my variable. Make a new variable and it's called speed X. Okay, now set speed X to 0. Now go to controls and add a forever block. Okay, so if key right arrow is pressed, it will change speed X by 1, positive 1, okay? It will also switch costume into right. Duplicate this code. Okay, this time if left arrow key is pressed, it will switch costume into left and change speed X by -1. Put it in the forever block, okay? Now go to motion and add a change X by block. So it will change X by the speed X, okay? And then go to controls and add an if then else block. So if the player is touching the levels, it will change X by, add a multiply block. It will multiply speed X by -1, and then it will set speed X to 0. After that, if it's not touching the levels, then it will set speed X to speed X multiply by, I'm going to go with 1. Now let's give it a test. Click on the green flag. As you can see, if you use the number 1, it will move really not very good. It's moving too fast and it's not out of our control. Let's pick a number smaller than 1, like 0.5. Let's test again. Click on the green flag. As you can see, with the number 0.5, it is moving very slow. Now let's pick a number between 0.5 and 1, like 0.8. Click on the green flag again, and that is perfect. So we found our number, which is 0.8. Next, we are going to work with the speed Y, okay? So make a new variable and it's called speed Y. Go back to the top of the code and it will set speed Y to 0, okay? And then in the bottom, it will change Y by, go to variables and it will change Y by speed Y, okay? And then go to controls, add an if then else block. So if the player is touching the levels, it will change Y by speed Y multiply by -1, and then it will set speed Y to 0, okay? But if it's not touching the levels, then it will change speed Y by -1.3. Let's give it a test. Click on the green flag, and as you can see, when I click on the green flag, it is not touching the levels because it is in the air, and then it will fall. Why? Because this code, it will change speed Y by -1.3. That is like gravity that is pulling you down into earth, okay? So this is the gravity, and if it's touching the levels, it will set speed Y to 0, okay? Now, as you can see, when we click on the green flag, we can use our left arrow key and our right arrow key, but we cannot use our up arrow key. Why? Because we haven't coded. So let's code it, okay? So to prevent the sprite from doing double jump, make a new variable, okay? And it's called lock. Now it will set lock to 0, okay? Go here and add an if then block. So if lock equals 0, add another if then block. So if key up arrow is pressed, then it will set speed Y to, so we're going to pick a number, a big number. Let's go with 20, and then it will set lock to 0 again, I mean 1, okay? So you cannot double jump. Click on the green flag. Okay, as you can see, we picked the number 20 and it's too big because it's jumping too high. Okay, first of all, in the else block, so if it's not touching the level, it will change speed y by negative 1.3 and then it will set lock to 0. Okay, on the green flag, as you can see, if the number is 20, it is jumping very high, so we need to pick a smaller number, like how about 15. Click on the green flag again, and that is perfect. But what if you pick the number 10? Exactly, it is jumping very low, which is not fun and not cool. So set the speed y to 15. Okay, as you can see, we already make the speed x and speed y, which is really perfect. Now the player can move left and right, and it can jump. Very cool. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is making the next level. Okay, so if you want to make the next level, you have to have another level. I'm just going to duplicate level 1. It's going to be level 2. I'm going to flip horizontal. Okay, so this is level 2. Okay, go back to the code tab. Now go back to the player sprite. Okay, now when green flag is clicked, add a forever block, add an if then else block, add an if then block, I mean. Okay, so if x position is larger than, hold up, is larger than 230, it will, okay, first of all, make a new variable. Okay, don't forget to make a new variable called level. So when green flag is clicked, it will set level to level 1. Okay, so when x position is larger than 230, it will change level by 1 and it will broadcast next level. Okay, but if x position is less than negative 230, or maybe negative 240, it will change level by negative 1 and then it will broadcast new message called previous level. Put it in the forever block. Okay, now when I receive next level, and then add an if then block. Okay, so if level equals 2, it will, hold up, if level equals 2, it will go to x negative 215, and y is going to be the y position. Okay, now duplicate this code. Since we only have two levels, when I receive previous level, and if level equals 1, it will go to x 215. Okay, and y is going to be y position. Now go back to the level sprite. Okay, first of all, when I receive next level, add an if then block. So if level equals 2, it will switch costume to costume level 2. Okay, then when I receive previous level, if level equals 1, then it will switch costume to level 1. Let's click on the green flag to give it a test. So I'm going to go to the right side of the screen, as you can see, it is going to the level 2. As you can see, the level variable is now level 2, but if we go back to the left side, it is now level 1. So as you can see, we have a really smooth transition. Okay. Anyway guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will continue making the platformer next week on episode 2, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!